Guys, it's day 46, early morning. We're getting ready to leave Papagayo, and we're gonna shoot over to the fuel dock. We've got a storm we gotta kind of outrun. So we've only got this 3-day window. It's not the perfect window neither, it's not ideal conditions, but it's our only shot. It's either that or we sit here for like 5 more days. 5 o'clock in the morning, we're gonna jam over to the fuel dock, opens at 6. We're gonna take on some fuel and get moving as quickly as we can here. Because we need to be, I'd like to be at Chapos before dark on Sunday, if that's at all possible. But that means we have to get going here as quickly as we can. So outrunning, we call this series price storm chaser, because we are right on the edge of a front. And we want to get there before this thing develops, and then find out if it develops. It might hold us there for a day or two and then come in right behind it. That's our plan. We're sticking to it. So back to the boat here. I get it fired up. I got to spend a little time with Cynthia, but it's time to move on.
Hey, Chief, when you are.
Man, what a beautiful, just stunning.
You ready for me to untie all the lines?
Yeah, go ahead, Chief. We're ready. Right now, just forward, reverse, out of here. That's a big cat right there. It's a power cat too. So we'll top off the fuel tanks and then we're out of here.
Okay, we're clear, Captain.
I love having this camera back here.
You're still on the dock, on the fender, on the aft. You're just riding the fender along the dock. 1 foot. Three feet. You're parallel now. 5 feet.
Having the camera working is really
30 feet on the starboard stern, 40 on the port stern. You're clear everywhere. You're good.
Marina. It's one of my favorite. I look forward to being back here someday. Just an incredible marina experience. It was so awesome last night, taking Cynthia to dinner and just enjoying the sights of this beautiful, beautiful resort over here at Papagayo. Now it's time to go back to work. Marina Papagayo. This is Diadromous. Do you copy?
Copy, Marina.
Roger that. Hey, thank you guys for a wonderful stay. We enjoyed it very, very much. Appreciate everything, and we'll see you guys next time through. Diadromous out, monitoring 16 and channel 9.
Well, sir, thank you to stay here. Thank you very much for your time, and it's been a pleasure. Okay, we hope you to come back.
Roger that. Diadromous out. Yesterday there was an accident out here. We didn't realize it, but two of these big ships collided. Another ship hit this ship right here while he was out here anchoring maneuvers, and the mate was practicing, and something went wrong with something in the system, and he hit that ship over there. So the two of them actually touched. Marco. You guys got this little chili.
Cool, huh?
I'm gonna go down and check the engines and check the engine temperatures, make sure to see if we're up to normal operating temperature. Prepare for the worst, Chief. This is probably gonna be our toughest passage yet. And we're gonna have about 24 hours of it. So just make sure like everything's put away and down.
I got tuna wraps too for us for lunch. So.
Oh, today?
Yeah.
Today and tomorrow will be probably our roughest.
You don't have fun with tuna, do you?
No, not at all.
It's a pretty lumpy ride. The seas are building by the minute. So it's gonna be sporty for a day or so. Yeah. It is what I got. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. You might not want to be down there if she starts to break up.
I'm trying to find the best place to
This is a little, it's going to be ugly the next 24 to 48 hours, but once we get adjusted and get everything locked in, it should be okay.
Yeah. Is everything going, everything seem fine up there?
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and hug the shoreline as close as we can, because I think that's going to be the better.
Are we still in deep water?
Yeah,
Okay.
over 200, 300 feet of water.
Okay.
Oh, it's 30 miles of hell. Altered course, we're gonna try and get right up against the shoreline, see if it calms down, but it's still about 30 miles over there. It sucks because we just lost our stabilizers, but the actual yacht is doing okay, I guess. It's not ideal, but it's gonna be okay. And that's land. You can kind of see it right up there in the shadows. We're about, I don't know, 2 hours out, so about 15, 16 miles from land. I'm hoping we tuck right into it and the conditions will calm down. Turn the stabilizer back on. So I knew it was gonna be bad today, but it just is what it is. Through with these stabilizers, you know what I'm saying? It's just a battle. It's like we're supposed to be able to use them in rough weather, and here it is rough weather, and we can't. They failed us twice now in rough weather. And I'm sure it's just all programming, you know what I'm saying? It's all algorithms and all that stuff, but we're the ones that get to suffer for it. The yacht actually handles pretty well without them. Right now, see our windows are all freaking, I gotta go clean them. But this ride from right here, from coming around this corner to right here, that was 3 hours of just pure hell. Lost our stabilizers as usual. We've lost both of them for about an hour. I just shut them off and then I turned them back on, and now we have one wing, our port wing, and I'm just gonna run that way. I'm gonna limp along that way probably for another couple of hours. I think it's once we get over here, let's show you this. Once we get past this is that funnel of air right here that we really got to be careful with, that comes off the land there. But then once we get over to here, maybe somewhere up in here, I'll turn the other stabilizer back on later on tonight, and it should calm way down. But the call was early on to come closer to shore, and that's what we did, because we were way out here and the weather said to stay here and make this run right here, but there's no way. It was way too rough out there. So I think we made the right call coming in, and it's made for a much, much better ride.
Talk to me, Goose.
What happened?
Are we there yet?
Come on, Chief. It was 3 hours of hell. Just pure freaking hell. No stabilizers for about an hour of it. And now, I got one on now. Look at the ride now.
Mommy. I want my mommy.
Yeah, so do I. That was brutal. I'm going to call it our 3 hours of pure hell. And it's hard to, I mean, you can't describe it in that. There's no way to see it in the video, but I love the comments too. Well, that ain't very rough. Yeah, well, get out of here.
I got an idea.
But it was pounding off the front, blowing over the top.
When you can't see out the
Stabilizers went
front.
out, and then it started rocking. And all the stuff falls on the floor.
Yeah, it's miserable.
roller coaster.
It's just a miserable ride. And even now, it's not perfect, but it's much, much better. We're just limping along with one wing, and we're actually doing okay now. The ride's, you can
this
sleep
is
in
great.
this.
Yeah, I was gonna go
This will
take a
just
nap.
rock you to bed now. Sleep. But
I could do tuna wraps now.
yeah, you could. I'm ready for one, Chief.
Yeah, best for me.
Hey, you want a tuna wrap?
I do. It's time you go flying across there. He's laying on the couch, and you went flying across.
Yeah.
We got to get video of that, okay? That's,
Well, it's not my proudest moment.
Did you go flying all the way across the room?
Yeah, I hit the table on the other side.
No.
Didn't you hear Chad scream?
I heard
We
it.
lost the chief.
Chief down, Chief down. That's funny. Now it feels like a slick combiner, like we're back to water skiing.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
I wouldn't call it that, but
no.
you can see right here we got one wing. We're down to one wing. We've lost one.
Great, okay.
So that last 3 hours was just absolutely, it's as bad as it gets for this boat. Now we're into, I think we're up here closer to shore, and the wind stabilizers are both back working again. So I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna use some fresh water, and I'm gonna rinse these windows off and get some of this salt off the windshield, so we can see, so we have better visibility out of it. This is the evening of day 46. Nicaragua. Sorry. So that's the Nicaraguan coast right over here. And conditions have calmed way down. We got what we did is we just came right up next to the land, which we didn't want to do, but we had to, because you can see how close we are here. The conditions were too rough out there, and once we lost those stabilizers, it was over. It's very disappointing. These stabilizers are very, very super disappointing. Now they're working, but when you put them in any type of weather, they stop working. They time out. They just say, nope, I've had enough and I'm not working anymore. And it's very frustrating. Looks like we're in a following sea too here. Beautiful evening. The sun already go down.
Yeah. Clouds.
Absolutely gorgeous. But we live and learn, you know what I'm saying? Like, we went through that 3 hour patch. The order of the countries that we go into, or into right now, is, what's the first one? Is Nicaragua?
We're in Nicaragua. We're off the coast.
we're off the coast of Nicaragua, then we go into El Salvador, and then Honduras, and then Guatemala.
Actually, we'll hit a little spot of Honduras.
Just a tiny, tiny spot.
Then we'll go by El Salvador, and then Guatemala.
Nice, Guatemala.
And we are in Mexico.
So we don't plan on touching land until we get to Mexico. We buzz by 4 countries in
Just
the next.
a little under 2 days.
Yeah. Guys, end of day 46. We're over here. Nicaragua's over there. That Nicaraguan coast is on our starboard side. Right now we're probably around 5 or 6 miles off the coast. Our Sleipner stabilizers failed us again today. It's getting very frustrating with those things. They just don't like rough water. Well, why would we buy them? We bought them to so that we can have stabilization in rough water. And here, every time we get into rough water, they fail. They just did an update on them, and it was terrible because we sorry, I'm doing a little walk around the outside decks. I know it's pitch black out here, but anyway, we got into some rough water today, and they just fell apart. It was worse than the time on our last crossing in the Caribbean Sea. Those 3 days that we were fighting them. This time we couldn't even turn them back on. We had to shut them off for about 2 hours. What we had to do is we had to alter course and got up here against land. You can kind of see our course, what we did here. We came out of here. Well, we were supposed to shoot straight across here, but the weather was just too rough, so then we just went here. This was the rough part right here, just unbelievably brutal. And so now they're back on. We're in like a following sea, and now they're working fine. But they work great when the conditions are not as bad. So it's very disappointing. It's midnight. End of day 46. Hope you guys are enjoying this series on this yacht. Diadromous here is doing an amazing job of getting us through. Even today, when we shut off the stabilization in very rough condition, she just plowed right through them, like no problem at all. Engines are running great. Fuel system's in good shape. Which, just for the record, we had all of that cleaned and polished, and so when you do stuff like that, it pretty much helps with any of the troubles, because most of your troubles are going to be fuel related, especially in these older boats. Anyway, peace out. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, share it with your friends. I appreciate it so much. Remember, live life with no regret. I do, and thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next day.